Hello. My way of reading holy motors can be explained as follows. Films are made of images, but those images do not come together on their own. They require something imbued with the spirit of the people who make films, someone like a director. This something can be understood as the director's perspective or artistic worldview. In holy motors, this force is represented as a motor or engine, or on a larger scale, the limousine itself. Oscar, who rides inside the limousine, can also be seen as embodying this role. As Oscar travels in the limousine and performs a series of roles over the course of a single day, countless images are generated. A banker, a beggar woman on the street, CGI-constructed images, a madman in a green suit, an assassin, a dying old man, and even Oscar himself meeting his former wife. In addition, the city of Paris, as captured by the limousine's cameras, also becomes one of these images. Individually, these images are fragmented and devoid of context. However, through the stream of consciousness of a single person, Oscar, they begin to connect, if only loosely. The limousine carrying Oscar functions as a centripetal force, drawing these images together, endlessly running its engine as it roams the city. Through this process, we as viewers are ultimately able to watch a film, a sequence of images connected through holy motors on the cinema screen. However, as the film itself shows us, this motor, this engine, is losing its vitality. Behind this loss lies the industrialization of filmmaking. Near the end of the film, we see numerous limousines returning after a day's work to a garage labeled Holy Motors. To me, this garage resembles a factory that mass produces films, an image sharply contrasted with the idea of crafting a single film with artisanal care and artistic devotion. The fact that the letter O in motors is dimly lit also seems to suggest a fading life force. In the scene where the limousines speak to one another, the line "humans no longer want engines" resonates strongly in this context. The limousines express fear of their impending disappearance, which appears to reflect Leo's Carax's own sense of crisis. This is echoed in Oscar's visible exhaustion and emotional numbness after performing so many roles in a single day. With all this in mind, the film's opening sequence becomes especially meaningful. Leo's Carax awakens from sleep and walks around his room. As he moves, several frames and the images within them appear. First, a mirror with Carax's reflection, then a window showing a nighttime cityscape that resembles an airport, a tablet PC displaying moving images, and finally a keyhole in the wall through which darkness or perhaps an image is seen, directly observed by Carax himself. These frames closely resemble a cinema screen. Yet curiously, in this sequence, an actual screen never appears. When Carax opens the hidden door and enters the theater, several things are shown. The audience, a running child, a dog, ambient sounds, and even the filmmaker himself. But once again, the screen never appears. In other words, there is no film, only fragmented images. Moreover, the audience inside the theater is asleep. Through this sequence, Carax expresses a sense of crisis and lamentation. The loss of the driving force that binds images into a film, the loss of the holy motors themselves, and the image of a sleeping audience as a reflection of that loss. Well, this is my first video. I hope this review was helpful. If you enjoyed the video, I hope you look forward to the next one as well. Thank you.